Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It's the end of the week, but what a way we're going to end the week. We're going to kick it off with Softer Side of Life, the weekly destination needlecraft show. We're going to pick up loads of hints and tips over the 90 minutes, but I am not here on my own. It wouldn't be a Softer Side of Life show without the lady herself. Bernie's here with me. How are you, Bernie? How's your weekend going?
Hiya, Joe. I've had a brilliant week and it's ending off with a show with you, so how fab is that?
It's going to be awesome. Now, there's going to be lots of inspiration in this show, isn't there? Do you want to whet our crafty appetite, Bernie?
Well, we've got our new launch that a lot of people, I might have had something to do with it, has found it on the website, our new caviar bag, which is amazing. I'm going to go through that shortly. But also, if anyone's been watching the last few weeks, Joe, we've been making, using the alphabet builder block, which we've got on the show today, nice little wall hanging. So these are all pockets that I've made, so I'm going to go through that later on and finish that off. So that's going to be finished off today. And the other thing what we've got on the show is loads of our glitter fabric.
Nice.
I love this show. Look how cute this little whale is. How cute is he? And his little belly.
He's got a glittery belly.
His little belly, he's got a glittery belly and he's got glittery fins, I was going to say wings, glittery fins, but yeah, and then, you know, it just shows you how, with our glitter fabric, it's, you know, you can sew through it. It's absolutely fine. And there's not a shed of glitter coming off that. It's absolutely fantastic. So I have got loads on the show today, Joe.
Oh, excellent. It's going to be a really fun 90 minutes. Also, don't forget, it is, of course, our Club Inspire Saver Special. It has to end today, though. And what it means is that everyone that's already an existing Club Inspire member will get an extra 5% discount. So silver members, rather than getting 10, you'll get 15. Gold, you'll get 20. Platinum, you'll get a whacking great 25% off of absolutely everything in the show. If you want to get in touch with me, you can do so in all the normal ways. Crafters TV if you're over on Facebook. Crafters Companion if you're on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe if you are watching us over on YouTube as well. Want to give you a heads up on a couple of bits that I know you're going to love. Back in stock, it is our pre-cut 80/20 cotton batting. It is back. It's pre-cut 24x40. You guys, I want to do the disappear thing on this. You guys have been waiting ages for this to come back in stock. It has only just gone live on the website this morning, and a lot of you are grabbing that already. So make sure you take advantage of that. Now, if you order more than one, they will be cut in a continuous piece. So, sorry, not in a continuous piece. They are already pre-cut, which is awesome. So make sure you grab those. The other thing that I think you might want to go for with that is the legendary stick and spray. This is the one, of course, for fabric. It is in the UK, only £7.99, £6.39 for a platinum member. But remember, you're going to get that extra 5% off, which is absolutely lovely. The other thing I want to give you the details for, you've just seen it there with Bernie. It is brand new today. It's like a Mary Poppins bag for your sewing. It is absolutely mahoosive. $19.99 or $22.95. Platinum members with the extra discount, you're looking at $14.99 or $17.21. Loads of pockets in here, loads of brilliant storage on it too. I'm just hearing that you're on the website for that already, so definitely snap it up. It will be the first time that we've seen this today. Really lovely to have some sewing storage, isn't it, Bernie? I know we do lots of paper craft storage, but nice to see some coming through for our soft crafts as well.
It's brilliant, Joe. And as well, this can be for your paper crafting. So either, and it doesn't even have to be for your crafting. You can have it for anything around the house if you want to store bedding in. You know, if you've got, so when you come out of winter, you want to store all your jumpers and things like that, you can, you know, pack them all in, put these in, zip it up. The moths aren't going to get in there, you know, so you can use them around the house as well. This is massive. It's 17.5 inches by 23.5 inches across.
Isn't it?
And then 2 inches deep as well. You've got a lovely, really heavy duty zip that's going to fasten the top, but also on the outside here you've got another same quality zip with a big pocket in the side there, and then inside you've got even more pockets. So we've got double pockets here, oh no, triple triple pockets there, so you can put your smaller items in there, and then you've got a long pocket on the side. But George, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pack mine. Are you ready? You can see what I can get in this bag. So I've got our fabric cutter. So now we've got this on the show. This is 15.5 inches square, so I know that that's going to go in there. So I'm going to pop my fabric cutter in there. I've got shape creators, both of our shape creators. You can see the size of them. The other thing as well, which we were talking before the show, our producer Erin mentioned about this will be good for if you're an artist and you've got, because it's bigger than A2, so you're going to get, you know, all your artist stuff in there. I've got my reference guide I can put in. I've got my 12.5 inch square ruler in there as well.
Nice.
I've got that in there. So you can see I've got quite a lot of flat stuff in there at the minute, Joe. I've got my quilting pattern guides. But you can see how there's still loads of room. All my shape cutters in there. But, oh, hang on. I've got our large guillotine.
Fabulous.
So that's going to go in there as well. And you can see how I've still got, if I turn it round this way, you can see I've still got loads of room. I haven't filled the outside pocket yet. And then if you're doing some projects, if you're going to workshops or whatever, or you want to put, I've got a quilt here, so this quilt here that I was working on, I can get that in there. I have still got loads of room left in there, but if I zip it up, you've got these really sturdy, strong handles. So the weight, it's going to carry, you know, quite a lot of weight on there as well. Like I say, and then you can still get stuff in this outer pocket as well. The other thing, what we've got on the show is the fabric shield. So if you haven't got any of this, you know when you used to buy a suite at the furniture store, they would ask you if you wanted that protection spray to keep a lot of dust off and marks and things like that. That's what this is, fabric shield. So if you get some of this, if you are going to be having this out and about, so you give it a light spray, it's not going to mark it, and that's going to help protect it against extra dust and any little marks that you get on it as well. So that's always worth having that in. I use this a lot on my bags as well, because obviously...
Can you do the sort of thing you can spray on your shoes, Bernie?
It's made for... This one is made for... Let's have a look. Household furnishings, upholstery, cross-stitch, quilting, and even carpets. Ah. So I'm not sure if I maybe wouldn't put it on suede.
No, but if you had like canvas shoes, because my canvas shoes are always a nightmare.
100%. Yeah, 100% on canvas. So yeah, that's definitely worth having as well. But like I say, this is great, and the price, I couldn't believe the price. And we've got extra savings this weekend, Joe, haven't we?
We do indeed, yeah. Club Inspire members get an extra 5%, which is awesome, isn't it? I'm just hearing it's really busy on that bag already. First time you've had a chance to get your hands on it. Would be great as well for storing fabrics. I know a lot of you obviously have the luxury of having a sewing room, but if you don't, this is awesome, because as Bernie was saying, all of your rulers, your fabrics can go in there, your projects, absolutely everything is going to fit in. That's a really nice big size. It's not too wide though, so you will be able to slip it down the side of a wardrobe or a desk or something along those lines. And you've got the pockets on the outside as well as on the inside, and that really lovely quality zip. A brilliant price on that. $19.99 or $22.95 is your today price. However, as I said, platinum members with the extra discount that everyone's getting as part of a Saver Special, you can pick it up for $14.99 or $17.21. I'm just thinking of other things that you could use this for as well. I mean, it's a perfect storage bag for a whole host of things. I know Bernie said bedding, it would be great for that. So many other different uses all around the home. I'm just thinking what I'd put in there. I do. What would you be putting in there, Charlotte? Yeah, papers. You know, like large things. I've got lots of prints at home that I don't want to bend or fold, and you want to keep them nice and protected. They would go in there. I keep saying I'll get them framed, Bernie, but do I ever get round to it? No. Right, do grab those. I also want to give you the details about the plates. Now, I know that Bernie was waiting, well, it felt like an eternity for these to come back in stock. Two different options for you here. They are the cutting plates for fabric. So what you're getting in here are the two metal plates, and they're really going to extend the life of your Gemini cutting plates and ensure you get a great result, even through multiple layers of fabric. So you've got the junior ones here. They are super, super tough, $19.99 or $22.95. Or you've got the larger ones as well. style. These larger ones are going to be exactly the same concept. They are just in the largest, smaller size. I'll give you the prices for these. So the smaller ones, there they are. The larger ones, they're $24.99 or $29.99 if you want to get those. The smaller ones as well, they're $14.99, $17.99. Brilliant price on those. I know we're coming towards the end of the stocks there though, so do be quick for them. Lots of you chatting away with me, which is lovely. Sarah Bowen saying hello from Melbourne, Australia. I hope you are all well. We are well. I'm well. Are you well, Bernie?
I'm very well.
Awesome.
I'm always excited on a Sunday, extra excited, because I just love being here doing stuff.
Is it your favourite day of the week?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Erin, are you well in the gallery? Fantastic. Charlotte, are you well? She's good. Yeah, so we're all gravy. Jake, are you well? Yeah, Jake's well as well. Don't worry, he says yeah. His mullet. He
might be busy eating the ginger cake, Joe, when I brought in.
Oh, I've seen it out there. I'm trying to resist, but yeah, I don't know how long I'll be able to resist for. Let's move on and let's have a look at something that is really revolutionary when it comes to you being able to add details onto your quilt. It is, of course, the quilting pattern guides. Now, what you've got is actually 6 different designs within each one of these, which is awesome. So you've got 4 in the collection. You've also got 6 different designs, so that's what, 24 different designs you're going to be able to create with this particular collection. Great saving for you. I'll take you through the ones you've got. So this one here is your orange peels. Then you've got the apple cores. You've also got the circles. And you will get the clamshells in there as well. Platinum price of £36 or $47.20. However, with the extra discount, becomes $33.75 or $44.25. If you need the feet and the gloves to go with these as well, you'll find them over on the website. Along with everything else, make sure you go over there, hit that Shop the Show button and see everything that's available to you. There's great fabrics, there's a whole host of things. Rotary cutters, cutting mats. We'll get through as much as we can in this 90 minutes, but it's always worth checking out that area of the website and having a look at all the little goodies that are coming up. These though, Bernie, are pretty ingenious really, aren't they? They're a feat of engineering.
They are, and they're really good fun as well. And it's like anything. It's like riding a bike. You need to practice and then you get better. And that's the thing with, if you hear the phrase, or if you've not heard it before, free motion quilting. So what it is basically is you taking over the machine, and you are, if you sew normally with the feed dogs up, the machine is guiding you. With free motion, you are guiding the machine and the thread. So you're drawing really. And what these are is these are going to help you get pretty shapes on your work. On this, we've got this quilt here, and we can just see this is it's just a 4 patches, which is one of the most, probably the first block that you'll start to do if you start venturing into patchwork. Just 4 patches, but then what you've done is you've then jazzed it up by using the guide. And this is the apple core. If I point the shape out there, if I take the actual pattern guide itself, you can see that we've got the half shape here. So if I lie that on top of there, you can see how that when you stitch it round on your machine, you're going to get that half shape. And this is where, like Joe's saying, over on the website, you can get your foot if you need a low or a high shank foot, and attach that to your machine. And what happens is that
it nuzzles, doesn't it?
Nuzzles, yeah. Kisses the edge and it nuzzles in the corner there. And then what you do is once you've done one half, you can either flip the guide over, or you can turn it round. So whichever way, sometimes I flip, sometimes I turn it round. These are really good because they look a bit frosted, like I always say, like your bathroom window. They've got an anti-slip technology on them that's going to help them grip. And I've got me saying, haven't I, Joe? We want grippy on the top, slippy on the bottom. So when you're putting this through your machine and you're moving it around like this, Charlotte will be going mad now on the camera because I'm moving it round. You want to keep the guide sort of pretty much attached to your fabric so you can get those shapes, and then you just move them around to wherever you want to go. So in this one we've got the apple core, we've got the clamshell as well. So what I'm going to do is just show you some of the sample blocks that our fantastic Trisha made in our design team. Actually, this one's the orange peel, so we can see here that we've got the different shapes in there.
Very Orla Keeley, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? And that to me is really abstract as well. So, you know, you can really, really play on there, but then you can do borders with them. So you can do continuous, and you can do continuous quilting with them. And then this one's the Applique, which is that first one we looked at. So you can fit them together like a grid, or just being totally different and using each of the, because you're getting 3 sizes in each of them that you're going through like that. I'm going to whiz through these. So I love that one. That's how this one. That you don't think that's done with the Applique, but we can see the Applique shape there.
Awesome,
I just absolutely
it's almost
love.
like a sort of, it's almost like armoury, that one.
It is, yeah. I love it. I really, really love that one. And then this is the clamshell one.
My favourite, this one.
This is lovely. I always think it looks like a mermaid.
Does,
like,
doesn't it?
Like fish scales. Oh, that's an orange peel one that's snuck in. I thought I'd sorted them all right, all round. This is the clamshell as well. Now, the other thing as well, can you see that we've got lines on here? And what those are, and Trisha's left these on in chalk, these are chalk marks, that she's left these on in purpose for us to show while we're demonstrating. The other thing we have is our reference guide. Now what this reference guide is, again, it's acrylic, and it has squares in, sort of emanating from the centre out, with all of your measurements on. You've got a centre point here, and then you've got guides all the way around, and then you've got lines in there. And I know we've got this on offer today as well, 20%
Yeah,
off.
20% off on that if you want to grab it.
Perfect, isn't it? And what this is going to do is this is going to help you line up your work. So if you're working on a single piece of cloth that you're going to do your design on, if I bring this quilt in, again, you can see here, so this one is just one plain square of fabric. What you do is you pop your reference guide on, find the centre of your fabric, and you can use your squares to find the centre. You're going to mark out the points, and then it's going to help you position your design if you want it to be parallel or equal. And that's absolutely great to have it on. Like I say, you don't, and then you can move it round and put extra lines on as well if you want that. So that's really good. This is also an acrylic ruler, so if you are trimming fabric up and everything, you can use this as well. This is acrylic ruler, so you can use it with your rotary cutters.
Awesome.
But I say this is the half clamshell one here. But then that one, when you first look at it, that doesn't look like a clamshell. But then if I just go around the shape, you can see there, that's where the shape is. But then this one, again, we've used the guide, so we've got them perfectly fitted on the square.
Oh, that one's nice. It's like a styrograph, is that the word?
Isn't it? Yeah. It's really, really clever. And it is, I'm going to draw out the clamshell. There it is. You see it? And you've just gone round and rotated them round. Having those marks on there from your reference guide is essential. If you tried to do that freehand, you know, you would really possibly, well, you wouldn't definitely struggle because you may be okay, but you know, if you do struggle of lining things up, it's great. And I love this. I think this just looks like, to me, it looks like a rainbow. Obviously it has no colour in there, but you could use your multicoloured threads, your variegated threads as well in different colours, using the different sizes again. And then we've got the circles. I absolutely adore the circles. I think this is like an abstract random pattern, but you're just going all over with your circles of the 3 different sizes, but then you want it to be equal, so you're going to use your grids again, so you can get all your grid lines on there to get that even, so you've got like circles within circles on there. Really cool. And that actually looks a bit like the orange peel, doesn't it? But it's actually all made with circles. And then the half circle there as well. So you can really, really, really go to town on these. These ones remind me of the spirographs that we used to have when we were kids. And then little dinky ones as well. Well, double circles. Or you could do if someone loves archery.
Yeah.
So my friend Val does archery. Does she? I need to show you, Joe. Look at what my friend Val's made me. I put a picture on social media. Look at me mug.
She's made you a special mug.
She made me a special mug just for the show.
How amazing is that?
How fab is that?
That is incredible.
Brilliant. I'm chuffed to bits. Thank you, Val, if you're watching. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with me. But yeah, so she does archery. So, you know, if you were making something for someone who liked to say, well, you know, you can start then envisaging different patterns and designs that you can make, or then go for a pretty flower. And that's back with the orange peel, that one. And then I'll just quickly show you that you don't always have to make big projects. We've got a lovely cushion here, and we've got a plain piece of fabric, and then we've left the grid lines drawn on just so you can see them. We just use the heat erasable pen.
So quite simple to do then, something like that.
How long does it take?
So I said it's quite simple to do.
Oh, quite simple. Yeah, sorry, I thought you said how long does it take to do it. It is, but like I say, it's one of them, like riding a bike. You have a little bit of practice, and just to show you my practice piece, this is my practice scribble. I always have a layer of 2 layers of cotton and a layer of wadding in the middle, you just use an offcut, and I just use this to squiggle. So whenever I'm starting out, I'll put my foot on my machine and I'll do little tests. So I always do little tests so I can make sure that I get my tension right on the back. So, and then I don't unpick that. That just stays. And
then what, you just have a little go with that before you then move over onto your work?
Have a play with that. Get into the rhythm of it. You know, get your shoulders loosened, because I suppose it's not a workout.
I've got visions of you like doing a shimmy before you
doing my shoulders.
Limbering up.
But because a lot of sewing it's a strain. I mean, I hurt my back last week, and that was because of my really poor chair in my sewing room that's broken, and I need to replace it. Because you're sitting there and you sort of want to tense up as well. So you want to sort of relax your shoulders, and say when you're having a bit of practice, you know it doesn't matter if you go a little bit wobbly, you're just getting into the sort of the rhythm of it. Because that's how I sit at home. I'll be sitting like this doing this, obviously at my machine, not just over a cushion.
A great time to get these as well, whilst they're on such a great saving. $75.96, or the best part of $100 is what you should be paying. £45 today, $59, which is a great saving. Let me take you through what you're getting in here then. You're going to get 4 designs, and that's going to give you the option to make 24 different patterns. But I think you're going to come up with your own patterns on top of that as well. You've got the orange peel in here. Then we have the apple core there as well. This one here is your circles. And you've then got the clamshells. What I would say is you've got full instructions on the back of the packaging here as well. And I know they've been used multiple times in shows, so you're going to find loads of inspiration within our Crafters TV shows for those. If you are a Platinum member, remember with the extra saving, everyone's getting an extra 5% till the end of today. All existing Club Inspire members, you'll be able to pick these up for $33.75 or $44.25. Loads and loads of questions coming in, which is awesome. Please get any questions you've got. I understand that maybe some of you are paper crafters that have come over to sewing. Maybe you haven't sewn for a while, you're getting back into it. It's a really great opportunity whilst we've got Bernie here to get any questions that you've got into us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. I've got quite a few questions here. I'll hit you with a few of them, Bernie. Pam says, hi everyone. Joe, can you ask Bernie if Crafters Companion do the iron-on fabric bonding? I can see Bonderweb hem. I want larger sizes if possible.
Have it, but there isn't any in stock at the minute, so we sell the heat and bond, and so you can buy the light, which is the best one for fabric, and if you're going to sew through, and then there's the heat and bond ultra as well, which is the red packet. So the light is a purple writing on the packet, the ultra is the red packaging, well, white with red packaging on it, and that's the one if you're just going to stick it down but not sew through it, because that'll gum up your machine. And then the other one we sell is Bonderweb. So, and that's, again, we're waiting for stock back in of those, unfortunately. Because I love it, I use it a lot, especially for Applique, it's a must-have, yeah, definitely.
Check back, if anything is ever out of stock on the website, underneath it you'll see a little box. You can actually pop your email address into the box and we'll pop you an email when it comes back in stock, which is great. It means you don't have to keep checking back on the website. Bernie Sales says, how soft is the batting and can it be used for bag making? The batting that's back in stock, Bernie.
I've got mine here. It is really, really soft, and it is perfect for bag making, for cushions. In fact, again, before the show, so everything now producer's starting to, so she can sew a little bit, but she's getting more and more into it. She's been getting a new sewing machine as well. And I was telling her what she can use it for. So I said, it's not just for quilts, it's for your bags, for your cushions, for any of your projects where you want that little bit of, for it to feel sumptuous.
Sumptuous?
Yes.
Unctuous.
It's sumptuous to get this one because it is really, really lovely and soft. And it's quite thin, but so it doesn't have a loft. So batting and wadding, which is the same thing, depending where you live, it tends to be, it looks thinner, but it's got that warmth in it still. Whereas if you get like a 100% polyester wadding, it can be quite chunky, be quite thick. It comes in ounces.
Is that what the 80-20 refers to then?
So the 80-20, yeah, so it's 80% cotton and 20% polyester.
Right.
So there's a little bit of shrinkage in any wadding that you've got, but by it having that 20% polyester in, it reduces that shrinkage. So
Cool.
if you get like 100% wool, that can shrink a lot more.
I guess it makes it easy to care for as well, does it?
It does, yeah. It washes lovely and it drapes lovely as well. So I use it for all sorts. If ever I need something that I just want to give it, like on the back of cushions, so I'll make a cushion front, and then I'll put a square of this behind, do a little bit of straight stitching on it, or get my quilting pattern guides out, because that's a perfect one to practice on to get into using it, because it's a smaller space. You're not wrestling with a big quilt, you can build up to that, and it just makes it feel more luxurious as well.
It does. I mean, I quite like it as a little throw, to be honest. You know, it's getting
oh, it'll keep your shoulders warm, Joe.
Isn't it? Yeah, I love it. Lots of more questions coming in. Who is it who asked? Laura says, I missed what size it is. It is 20 inches by 24 inches by 40 inches. So 40 inches across, 24 inches across that way, which is awesome. So make sure you grab that. I know it's been out of stock for ages. Loads of you have been after that, so do grab it. Morag asked, afternoon Bernie and Joe, can I ask, is Threaders doing an advent calendar? Watching from Dumfries. I don't think there is any plans for an advent calendar, do you, Bernie? But what I can tell you is, oh my word, the Crafter's Companion advent calendar this year, it will blow your mind. So yeah, do keep an eye out for that. Any other questions that you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. What might also be great to go with your batting is, of course, the stick and spray is available. UK only at the moment, £7.99 if you are here in the UK. If you want the stick and spray for fabric, what I would say, if the US warehouse clearance section is still live on the US website, go over there, because there was stick and spray for fabric in the US warehouse clearance from last Sunday. So I'm not sure if it is still live, but if it is, there was some over there. Right, we are going to move on to the bag, which is this one here. It is brand new. Remember, very, very busy on this. Lots of you grabbing this and going for it. A lot of you, I know there will be occasional sewers, so maybe you need to pack your sewing projects away. This is going to enable you to store them really easily. I'm even looking at things like, oh, I've got my, sorry, I'm just in the, just going down into the, well, that one go in, not quite, but I can put my, I can definitely put my folding mat in there. That's it, that's all I've got. There was a lot of effort for me to put that in there, wasn't it? But you can put those in there. I mean, I think your mat probably would even go in that lovely front pocket in there as well. Loads you can fit in here, Bernie.
I know, there is, Joe, I've got a little present for you as well.
Have you? You're too
just
good
reminded me when you were looking for the mats under the counter there. When I was straightening my hair this morning, before I came out, I've written you a little limerick. Would you like
I love a Bernie limerick on a Sunday.
I put myself on the spot that I have to remember it now, because I've been remembering it since 9 o'clock this morning. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
There once was a man named Joe. It's gone out my head, Joe. I've done it. It's gone out my head. Hang on, give me a minute. Give me a minute.
I'll give you a minute. Do you want to say that the big cutting mat does also go in there as, oh no, that's my iPad. The big cutting, it landed on the mat, thankfully. The big cutting mat will also go in there as well, so you can fit that larger one in there. So you'll get pretty much everything in there. She's had an epiphany.
I've got it. Sorry, Joe. It's so funny. You're going to love it. There once was a man named Joe who was very well stocked down below. He pulled out a stamp and glowed like a lamp because he was dying to give it a go.
Oh, very well stocked down below. Yes.
That's what reminded me, because you was rummaging about down below.
What you like. I love it, Bernie. Thank you so much. I'm going to have loads of fun just filling this bag. I've got both my cutting mats in and my wadding. It is brilliant. Don't forget as well, if you come back and get this tomorrow, you'll pay more for it, you know. Do you know why? Because you won't get the extra 5% discount. So definitely grab it today. Platinum members, $14.99 or $17.21 if you want to get your hands on it with that extra Saver Special discount for you. Right, let's move on. Let's go to Builder Block, the legendary Builder Block patchwork system. Again, the excellent thing here is you are going to get that extra 5% discount on it, which is amazing. Now, this one's great because this one includes the rectangle die set, the Isosceles Triangle, and the half rectangle, as well as the 52-page booklet. As you can see there, you can make blocks in 4, 6, 8, 9 and 12 inches, and you can see just a snapshot of some of the blocks that you're able to create with this here. But imagine making these kinds of awesome patchwork quilt projects. It really is fantastic. You've got a great saving on it today, and remember, you'll be able to use that extra saving thanks to the Saver Special, which is fabulous. Full video tutorials for that over on our website as well. It's a bit of a legendary product, this one. Any other questions you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube. Builder Block, Bernie, I'm sure most of our, in fact, all of our customers that have gone for this in the past, I bet they would not be without this now, because it's a real problem solver and a time saver, isn't it?
It is, because to say we've done all the working out, we've done all the numbers, you don't need to worry about it, we've trimmed all the corners so your dog ears aren't going to be there, so that saves you another step when you're sewing as well, and you can make amazing designs with them. So the reason this one's called Plus is because the original builder block that we brought out had these squares, the quarter square triangles and the half square triangles. Then we moved on to the Plus, which is the rectangles. So like Joe's saying, you're getting in there, you're getting your rectangles, your isosceles triangles, and you're getting your half rectangle triangles, which I cutely name them HRT. So, and this is all made of the HRTs. But isn't it fantastic? And it just shows you, it's just what colour you're putting together. It's all the same shape. And now you've got your fabric plates as well. Absolutely amazing, because you're going to be cutting lots and lots and lots. But I love this one. I always pull this sample out because I love the colours.
It's got a bit of a 70s vibe, this one, isn't it? Which
it has.
Awesome.
I love it. It's very
autumnal. See a lot of
70s
70s stuff coming back at the minute, Bernie. It's getting very fashionable again.
I couldn't possibly save maybe some fabric that's coming up in the next couple of months.
Sneaky peek there. Well, we've got to. Can we see that face that Bernie made there? Because I just need you to see it. It's going to change your set.
I hope the others aren't watching. I'll get in trouble, Joe, because it's usually you let the secrets out.
Oh, I know.
I should have just told you, and then you could tell.
They don't tell me the secrets now, you see, because I'm loose-lipped, Debbie. Debbie, Bernie. Why do I always call you? I always do this. Why do I always call you Debbie? Sorry,
Have
Bernie.
you got Debbie later on today?
Sorry?
Debbie's up later on today.
Debbie is up late. It's double Debbie's later,
double
yes.
Debbie's. But again, this one is the Isosceles Triangle. So this one is just with the different sizes of triangles. So you're getting the size here. So you've got one triangle here. But this one is made up with 4 of them put together. But then it nests perfectly and fits in. But you don't have to make big projects as well. So look, I absolutely adore this. Look at this cute little coaster that you've got the little
That's
mini.
Adorable.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? A little mini isosceles triangle in there, and then your 2 half rectangle triangles on the side. That then makes a square. So then, once you've done 4 of them, you're putting it together like a 4-patch. So everything always comes back to you putting pretty much squares back together. But then you could make a little zip pouch. I mean, look at this little zip pouch here with a strip, just with the half rectangle triangles along as well.
It reminds me of like a boat or a yacht or something. That
yes.
Triangle. Not that I've been yachting or boating.
That's the mast, not the mast.
Sail.
What do you call it? The sail, that's it. And then I just want to quickly show this one before I stitch a block together. This here, this brought back memories when I brought it out of the box. I made this when I used to be on the design team.
Oh,
so
really?
when we brought the Builder Block Plus out, I made this little quilt. Should I hold it up, Joe? 'Cause it's really cute. Let's hold it up.
Nice colour.
It's a proper like a hot pink. Look at that.
It's a real pizzazz, isn't it?
But I wanted to do like just the black and white and then the pop of colour, just to make it look modern. Because I know a lot of people do think patchwork and quilting and sewing in general. A lot of people will think that it's not for modern. But I mean, now we've got the Sewing Bee, we've got all of ours on the BBC, you've got all of our shows on here. It's just becoming more and more popular, isn't it? That I just think if it just changed that colour and a whole different image. But yeah, that's why I started out there on the design team, and then I'm here now.
Here you are, we're glad you. We're so pleased.
Yeah.
I think they were filming the Sewing Bee by me recently, you know.
Were there?
Yeah, they had like all these lock-ups, and they were like they face onto a street in Manchester, and they'd painted them all funky colours, and each little lock-up was like a little design studio, and it had an overlocking machine and a sewing machine in it, and nothing else. Ooh. And there was lots and lots of cameras everywhere. But I was trying to go down and get a sneaky look in, but I didn't manage it. Do you have a Sewing Bee in the States? I wonder if Erin can... Not that you know of. So it's basically like a talent competition for sewers, isn't it? It's mostly to do with dressmaking, isn't it, Bernie? It is on our Sewing Bee, but isn't there something in America called Project Runway? Called what? Project Runway? Project Runway. I've heard of that. I think that might be something similar. That's a little bit similar. Yeah. That's more like sort of high fashion, you know, turn, work, pose. Like us then, Joe. Yeah, just like us. Paris, Milan, Newton Aycliffe. Newton Aycliffe, exactly. In the rain. It's raining here again today. So the other thing you get in the packaging is you get all your dies for all those sizes, but you also get the booklet that gives you examples of some blocks that you can do, and then you can go online. There's a link on the booklet that it takes you online that you can go then and get some more ideas, but then you can start playing and making your own. So I'm actually going to put this one together here. This is the Honeycomb. So in here it's giving you the sizes that you can make: a 12-inch block, an 8-inch block, a 6-inch block, or a 4-inch block, and this is in 2 colours, but I'm going for 3. Or have I gone for 4? 1, 2, 3. No, 3 colours I'm going to go for. So I'm going to change it up a little bit, and it can just show you how it can be different. So what I've got here, so I've got our fabric blades that I absolutely love. And anyone I've been using these for quite a while now, I'm going to hold them up so you can see how straight they are. How long have you had these particular ones? So these ones I've been using these since March. Nice. When we launched, I've got my original test ones that I've been using since January last year that I still use at home. But I always use these ones for my shows, and you can see that you get one. It has a tiny little bow in it. That's it. But it absolutely cuts perfectly. So with your plates, you're going to use you need 2 clear plates. So if you're buying these plates today, I would definitely suggest, it does say in the instructions when you get them, to use new clear plates or lightly used ones. Okay. And keep those separate and always use those ones. So I've got the clear plate, I've got the A plate here. I guess if you were using a bit of a wonky banana plate, it could end up bending your metal plate then, I guess. It can do, yes. With a wonky plate. Yeah, and you'll find that you'll struggle to push it through your machine because these plates, a couple of people have commented saying they're heavy. They are heavier than the usual ones because they are a thicker metal. So they are a little bit weighty. I mean, not heavy that you can't easily lift them. You can see there I'm just lifting with a thumb and 1 finger. But they are noticeably heavier than the original metal shim that you get in with the machine, which by all means you can still use in the different sandwich. Pat 5 says, will the new fabric plates work with the builder block collections? I mean, they are the ultimate partnership, aren't they, for your builder blocks? Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I'm just getting out here. So I've got the 4.5-inch Isosceles Triangle there. I love these because you get sort of the roadmap, we call it, that's got all your sizes on. So you don't need to worry of which measuring which one you want. You look at the diagram and say, well, the pattern tells me I need the 2.5 by 4.5. I know it's there. And because everything's housed so neatly in here, you're not going to lose it. I'm using scissors to get mine out because I don't want to damage me. Don't want to damage my telly nails. Honestly, I've never been so vain since I started working here because I never used to have nails. Well, these aren't really my nails. They've like Whose are they?
They're someone else's.
I mean,
yeah.
I hope you actually had nails before you worked here, though. You said you didn't have nails before you worked
yeah,
here.
but they were really, really short.
Right, okay.
But like, I mean, I still have them nice, but they're like nice now. Like,
Right.
yeah, before I've never had nails in my life. When I first got them on, I didn't dare go in the shower and wash my hair because I was frightened. I texted my sister and I went, "Mate, will my nails come off?" I don't want to take, because it was my first time I'd ever had acrylics on, and I was frightened they were going to come off. No, they didn't come off. They lasted for months. And I was like, they're really good, that. Why didn't I do it sooner? So I'm going to put my B plate on and then my other clear plate. So I'm going to pop them through the Gemini. Now, I've got the big Gemini here, but obviously a lot of these shapes will fit on your junior plate as well. Actually, will the big isosceles? The big ice. So the biggest isosceles one won't fit your junior, but all the others will fit on your junior plates. And that's the same with the original builder block as well. There's just the big 6.5-inch square that won't fit on your junior. All the others will fit on.
Is this the original? I know it says Builder A Block Plus, Bernie. What does the plus refer to?
So the plus is that it's addition to the first one. So the first one we brought out was just called Builder Block.
Yep.
We refer to that as the original one, but it's just called Builder Block. So that was the squares and the half square triangles and quarter square triangles. This one then moves up a step onto other shapes that you'll use in patchwork, and then that's what we did. So we brought out like the I call it Builder Block curves as well, so they're all the ones with the curve patterns. And then we started then specialising, so we've got the double wedding ring, the pineapple. Well done to everyone. The other day there was a flash sale on the double wedding ring that sold out, the pineapple, some of the curves. There was a flash sale on, it was I've never seen a sale like it, Joe. I think the pineapple, if you were platinum, the pineapple was coming out with £16.
Oh my word.
Absolutely amazing. So it's always worth keeping an eye on the website for flash sales as well. So obviously we can only bring you so much on the show, can't we? But, you know, there's always other deals there on the website. So with this one here, I cut through I needed 6 of the triangle and I needed 4 of this one. So you can see how comfortably they have fitted on my mat. I've done it in one pass to make one block. And I would have been able to put more on there. But the machine quite happily will cut through 6 layers and 4 in the same pass. So you don't have to worry about, oh, well, that's uneven.
Right.
That's what's so really good about our Gemini. It understands that you're going to be putting different layers through of different materials. So I could have put some cork in there at the same time, or some faux leather, or some of that glitter fabric, and it would have still cut them all together.
How fabulous.
Okay, so absolutely love that. And then all you're going to do is, if I bring my design back here, I always like to put, whatever I'm doing, I always like to have it next to me so I can see, so I can do my layout. And all I'm going to do is start laying my pieces out. So we can see here that the point has been cut off the corners here. That's what I was saying about the dog ears. So when you start piecing these together, you see that they match up better. And also we've got that extra step that we don't need to do of cutting the dog ears off when we've finished. So when I've sewn a couple together, I'll show you the dog ear. Oh, I've put
nice
that the wrong
colours
way.
these, Bernie.
They're beautiful, aren't they? These are our threaders blender fabrics.
Planes, these ones we have on the show as well.
Yes.
Make sure you check the website out and hit that shop the show button. You will see everything. There are some gorgeous threaders planes over there as well. $4.99 or $6.25 for a half metre.
I love a plane. And do you know the other good thing as well is, technically there's a right and wrong side, but visually there isn't. So if you've got to cut, like with these shapes here, if you were going to cut 2 together to sew them together to make a triangle, which they'll do, you need to just cut them as a mirror image. So cut one with the right side of the fabric facing up, one with the wrong side of the fabric facing up. But with these ones, you don't need to worry about it, because it doesn't matter which way you cut them, they're going to come out. So you can see there how I've put that together there. There's my block. It looks really different because this one here is all the same colour, but I've done it the different colours in there. You could actually swap and change the colours if you want to, but I just thought those 3, these are it's the ocean waves, isn't it, that range. I love, this is the sea foam, and I've forgotten what the other one's called, John.
Is one of them Deep Ocean?
Deep Ocean, yes. That's it. So yeah, I just think they go really, really. This is my favourite one. I think in there you could put a bit of pink in there. It would really, really pop and would really work together. So I'll just show you quickly how to sew a couple together. So what you're going to do is put your pieces directly on top, and that lines up at that end, and it lines up at the other end. And then I'm going to take that to the machine. Now I don't normally pin. But if you need to pin, you can pin. That's absolutely fine.
There's 17 different colour options on those fabrics for you.
They're
over on the
fantastic,
website, so
isn't
do
it?
pop over there and check those out. Christine says, yes, I managed to get the pineapple at that amazing price. It's funny, we call it Bab, builder block.
Yes.
But Bab is also a greeting, like a friendly greeting in Birmingham. You're right, Bab.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. I'm trying to think of it. There was a TV programme, I remember they used to say that a lot. I can't remember what it is now. So we can see here where we've now got no dog ears. Had we not had those corners cut off there would have been a little mini triangle of fabric sticking up there, which we would need to trim before we start sewing other pieces together because it gets in the way. But that's what happens, is it just gets rid of that. So it takes that step out.
Perfect.
And then what you're going to do is sew along all of those rows together like that. And what will happen is you'll have a lovely piece like that, and you're going to do the same along the bottom one, and then we've got the other one. But this one, if in rows, you could actually turn it round. So if that was my original block that I'd decided, but you could have it if you wanted to change it at that point and have them all the same. It looks a little bit like a weird looking flying geese. So a flying geese unit is that. Looks like that, more or less. But then if you have it in full, that's just how my mind works, Joe. Joe, he's another one. So we had a debate yesterday, Joe. I'm going to sew these together, and I'll tell you what my debate was yesterday. So I had my sewing class yesterday. Our Pippa came. Oh, bless her, she was really good. She was really good, yeah, she was. We had a little debate because they were laughing at me because we were talking about scissors. And obviously you need your good scissors for your sewing, and you don't use your good scissors in the kitchen, do you?
No.
So I told the girls at my class that I have kitchen scissors, but I have a wet pair and I have a dry pair.
What? A wet pair of scissors and a dry pair of scissors?
Yeah, and they started laughing. I said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, in my kitchen drawer with my cutlery, I've gone and sewn them the wrong way, Joe.
Oh, I think it looks great.
I'm keeping mine. I'm keeping it that way. I'm keeping mine that way. So I have in my cutlery drawer, I have my wet scissors. So that's what I use for cutting like bacon rinds and things like that, food. In my other kitchen drawer at the other side, I have another pair of scissors that used to be a good pair of scissors, but they're not now. But that I just use for paper and string and things like that.
Oh, yeah. So like a food pair and a non-food pair?
Yeah, but I call them wet and dry.
Wet scissors and dry scissors?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
So if anyone else has wet and dry scissors, do let us know. So what you would do is sew the other side together, not the wrong side like me. But then I've made a totally different block, just by chance, that it's the same pieces as this one.
Happy accident.
But it's a happy accident, yeah. And those, you could make loads of those in that way and then have them like a border on a quilt. But it just shows you how you can just mix and match and play with all of your shapes. And I see you're getting all this inspiration. I love this one, Ninja Star. This is the one that you've got, Joe, on the quilt there, runner. That's the Ninja Star pattern there. Look at that.
Is it called Ninja Star? Is that what it's called? Ninja
Star, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fabulous, isn't it? And it's like you've got like your positive and your negative effect there as well. But you just see how you can, if you look at one of those Ninja Stars, it's a four patch. So you're making it back into that 4-patch block, and then you're just putting those 4 squares together to make the actual design. And then once you've got these in, this is where they'll then work with all of our other builder blocks, because all of our other builder blocks, you can make the same size squares up to the 12-inch finished. So that's why all of our builder blocks work perfectly together, Joe. I absolutely love them. And I say, because we've got the plates as well, if you're doing a lot of cutting, which you will be if you're making a big quilt, you know, you need those plates to get all your cutting done.
Absolutely, you will need them. Now, don't forget, it's a great price there for you on the builder block patchwork. The other thing is that with the builder block patchwork, remember you are getting it with the extra discount today, which is absolutely awesome. So make sure you take advantage of that, because remember, all Club Inspire members getting an extra 5%. So with that one, you can get it today. Platinum members get $59.99, $83.97 today. I want to remind you and take you back to the plates. They are fairly new. They're a fairly new concept. They're really going to. The thing is, when you're using multimedia dies on your plates, it really does sort of put them through it. So I know that they can tend to not last as long. That's why we designed these fabric cutting plates for you, because they're a thicker, more robust, substantial piece of metal. And it means that they're going to take a lot more of the pressure and not put that pressure through into your plates. It gives you great longevity. You've got the junior ones, which are available here, and these will go sideways through your larger machine, $14.99 or $17.99, or you can go for the larger one, which is this one just here, which is for your large Gemini machine. Those ones, $24.99 or $29.99. I need to go back and remind you of the batting. It's here in my bag. Oh yeah. Lots of questions still coming in about the size on this. So I'm just going to open this up again and share it for you. It's there on the screen for you now. 24 by 40, 80-20. So 80% cotton, 20% polyester. It is very, very soft. Really gorgeous quality, this one. $4.99 or $7.49, which is awesome. A lot of you are multi-ordering on that. You will get individual 24 by 40 cut pieces on this, just so you know. That is what's going to be kind for you, but perfect for quilting, perfect for bag making as well. And actually, talking of bags, I'm going to pop this back into my bag. It is, of course, Threader's carry-all bag that you've got here. So awesome, great for a whole host of different things. I've got a large cutting mat in here. I actually did manage to get that Whacking Great cutting mat in there as well. So it will take, even our largest cutting mat will fit in there. You're going to be able to store fabrics in here. You've got loads of awesome pockets in here. So things like your rulers are going to be able to go into there. There's loads and loads of different ways you're going to be able to use this. I think a lot of people, you know, some people have the luxury of having a sewing room. That's brilliant. If you don't, you need to put a cover over your sewing machine, pop it away, and you want somewhere where you're going to be able to put your pattern guides, your fabric, your projects, your cutting mat, your rotary cutter, all in one place. Keep it nicely stored and pop it away easily. You're going to. The other great thing about this as a bag as well is that it's actually not very wide. Now, it does have a gusset on it, 2 inches, so that means that it's really capacious, but it also means, you're having a little chuckle over there, Bernie, about the word gusset. It also means that you're going to be able to slide this maybe down, this will go down the side of, I don't know, the tumble dryer. You can pop it down the side of a wardrobe or a cabinet. Really, really awesome to store, and you can get absolutely loads in there. She's still chuckling over there. $19.99 or $22.95. Don't forget, Platinum members with the extra discount, I mean, still today, $14.99 or $17.21 if you want to get that. Now, I believe we're going back to more builder block, but this time we're going to have a little look at the alphabet and numbers, and this is awesome, great for personalization. It gives you the ability to cut all of the alphabets that you want to cut, and of course your numbers as well. 6, 8, 9, 10 and 12 inch blocks available to you in here. You get loads of different dies, so you've got 5 rectangle dies, 5 square, 5 half square, 5 quarter square, instructional booklet, and the link for amazing video tutorials as well on this one, which is excellent. You will of course get that extra discount on there as well, which is awesome, so make sure you take advantage of that. This is brilliant, Bernie, isn't it, for a whole host of different things, and just really practical, this one.
It is, and everyone loves personalisation. I have to tell everyone why I was giggling, because normally when I mention gusset, Joe normally starts laughing at me.
It's a good word,
I was
isn't
waiting
it?
for you to say something when you said it and you didn't, so I thought
I mean, I don't think there's any other word you can use for gusset, is there? And if you look up gusset in the thesaurus, does it give you another word? I'm not sure it does.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up and see what it says. But yeah, the alphabet. I love the alphabet because it is, again, it's a builder block, so you're going to get those same size squares, so you can use them with the other builder blocks or standalone. But what I started to do a couple of weeks ago, I was like, what can I make with the alphabet? I want to make something, and I thought, oh, I know what I want to do. A nice sort of storage wall hanging organiser. for the sewing room, because I thought, well, if I put sew, and then I made my own little block. So I used the pieces from here, and what I'm going to do next week, so I'm going to finish this today, what I'm going to do next week is put together what bits you need and the sizes, and I'll post that on social so people can make them once they get their alphabet. But I made these little bobbins, I just thought they were really cute, but I thought I'll just show you a couple of things in the pockets just so you can see there that they are really pockets. So I've done the pockets, I've put the pockets on and I've put it onto the back end, and again I'm using our Threaders fabric, and then what I've done is I've made some tabs to go along the top, so effectively I'm going to have 3 tabs along the top on there. And what I did was I took a piece of the fabric and I just folded it in half, sewed it up and then turned it through, and then because the seam's down the middle here, that's where I'm going to fold it, so you're never going to see that seam in there. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want it to be central here and then another couple here. So I've got my 6x24 ruler that I'm just going to pop on here, and then I can centralise my piece and I can get it dead on in the centre. So I've just lined that up, the edge there. So I know this is 19 inches, so I need 9.5. Yeah, 9.5 in there. And then I've got my little pins. So I'll just fold it together and put the centre on the 9.5, and I'm just going to pin. And then I'm going to position the other 2
you've got there. The rulers available for you. You've got 20% saving on it. Details on your screen there. $19.99, $23.16 if you want that.
I love this one because it does just fold up and neatly go into your carry-all bag now. Honestly, I filled all of mine. I got all sorts in it to bring with me today, because normally I have my big trolley, but I managed to get, apart from my craft bag, which it's not as bad as, well, not as full as Debbie Robinson's, but it's not far behind. So I had that separate, but everything else I managed to fit in the bag. And then these ones I'm just putting an inch away, because obviously we're going to put the backing on. Just put an inch away from here, and we're not far off finishing this. It's a really good, you can decide what blocks you're going to do, what lettering you're going to put on. Do you know what you could do this for?
It'd be great for? You could customise this, make it maybe a bit, it might be the right size. Would make a great wrap for jewellery if you were travelling or something, wouldn't it? Like going on a cruise or something like that.
Well, even your toiletries, so you could put like your hairbrush and your deodorants and things like that in.
Nice.
But the other thing I was thinking of was, if you make them for a child's room, and you could put the name along the bottom, and even have plain pockets along the top, and it'll encourage them to keep the room tidy.
Could you also maybe adapt it and make it into like an advent wall hanging if you wanted to as well?
My goodness, yes.
And pop all the little bits in for each day.
You could, definitely. So I've put a back on here. I made it a little bit, I've cut it like a rough cut it, a little bit bigger, and I'm just pinning it around. So I'd already pinned them on because I wanted them in place, but then I'll just put the back on, and I'm going to stitch it from the other side. Now, I've also put wadding on the back of here, so we've got some of the wadding on the back because we want to give it that sumptuous feel.
Sumptuous
feel. So I'm just quickly going to pin this.
A lot of people talking about their scissors now. Pam says, yes, Bernie, I have scissors for food and non-food, but I do cut my hair with my CC large scissors, as well as fabric and paper. You cut your own hair, Pam?
I don't know whether I dare. Definitely,
there's no. Goodness knows what I would look like. Rhonda says no cross-contamination with scissors. I have a wet and dry set too. Lynn says I have separate scissors for food and non-food, but I don't call them wet and dry scissors. Crying, laughing faces. Yeah, wet and dry.
It was so funny though, because I said I just said it as one of them things, and then they were like, Bernie, what are you talking about? Anyway, so what I've done, I've flipped it over. You can see I've done the wadding, put the wadding on the other side. I should have pinned from this side. You should never really sew with pins underneath, but because I'm going to get this done, I'm going to be careful, and I'm going to leave a gap along the bottom here. So I'm just going to stitch all the way around here, Joe, and leave a gap for turning, okay? Awesome. So have we got any more questions?
Not at the moment. Great chance to get your questions into us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're on YouTube. Is this the batting that's on the show here, Bernie?
It is, yeah. So it's the size as well. So you're getting 24 by 40 inches now. Someone did ask me on Facebook yesterday about the size of it. So don't ever feel restricted of a size of anything, especially with wadding, because you can easily join it together. I always join my wadding together.
How would you join it?
So what you do is you butt 2 pieces up next to each other.
Yeah.
Let me grab this, I'll just quickly show you. So you would butt your pieces up like that next to each other, like that, not overlapping, and then you'd set your widest zigzag on your sewing machine, and you'd have the centre where your join is down the centre here, and you just zigzag it.
Oh, okay.
And I do that all the time because I rarely make big quilts. I'll often be making small items like this, or cushions and things like that. So I'll have a lot of small pieces that I'm using, and then I'll have like a lot of offcuts. So rather than waste them, I'll join them, and then the little scrappy bits that you have left, they don't go in the bin. I'll keep them and use them for stuffing. If I'm stuffing a project, I'm going to stitch that. Oh, wow. All right.
Very, very busy on several items in the show. The builder block, the batting and the bag are super, super busy at the moment. Sarah Brown says, even though I'm more of a paper crafter, I love watching Bernie's shows. I've done a bit of sewing and it makes me want to get into it again. And then I need more hours in the day. We all need more hours in the day. Just leave the cleaning up. That's what I tend to do. And then find room to do other things. Laura May says, we've put my mum in the hospice this week, so I'm making a quilt with the apple core dies. I'm so glad to see it is easy to use. What a lovely thing
I'd
to do,
love
Laura.
to see a photo of that, Laura, when you've finished. I bet it's beautiful. It says the dies are so easy. Like I said, they take away all the thinking. That's the best thing for me, because especially if, you know, we don't all have as much time as we would like, do we, to do our hobbies. So if you can get something that's going to cut that time, preparation time down, that's what it does, doesn't it? It saves you preparation time. And then the little time, the precious time that you have to craft, that's where you can then use that to sew, because that's where we always want to be. That's me, I want to be. I don't mind cutting out, but sometimes I think, oh, I just want to sew. And I think, oh, but then I'm going to have to cut something out, and it's going to take me ages. So that's what I love about that. Right, so I've stitched all the way around there. Let me take my pins out. And then I'm going to use that ruler again, Joe, just to trim this down. So I've got, pop it the other side, and then all I'm doing is lining it up to my wadding, because my top piece was cut to size. And then I'm just trimming that fabric off, and I'm just going to go all the way around. And then because I left that gap, that's where I'm going to turn it through. And I'm not sure if I'll get time to sew along the bottom of there, but I can explain how you do it.
What a really awesome project this is. Great to do a project that goes through the month even. Too, I'd love to see, if you've given this a go, I'd love to see the pictures of it. You can send them in to us. Very easy to send us any of your pictures. Attach them to an email and send them to studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. It's where you send them into.
We love seeing pictures. And then I'm turning it through. I should have clipped my corners, but it'll be right. It'll be right. And then because we've got those tabs on the top, I left the gap on the bottom that needs to stitch up. And obviously once you've got yours turned through, you'd give it a good press. And then what I've done, I've got a piece of, I've just got a piece of bamboo. So if you've got dowel, or if you've got like a curtain rod or something like that, you could use to hang it on. But I say you'd give yours a good press. Now I'm just going to, don't look everyone, I'm using my scissors.
Don't look at you.
I'm not getting
no.
What you call it out, me pointy dabber thing. So what you'd do is you'd fold that in and that in. So you've got your neatness along the bottom, we'll pretend you've done that in. I would press that before you actually stitch it. And then you could just run a stitch all the way along there. And the other thing that what I would do is run a stitch along here, because that's going to help it hang. And I'll just quickly do that now before I put the pole on. Because
awesome.
if you think you've got like a loose back, so I quilted the wad in when I put the pockets on, but then I had a loose back, and what can happen is it can, when you're hanging it up, you don't want your pockets to droop.
Monkey Socks wants to know, would a 24-inch ruler fit in the carry-all bag diagonally? It would go in straight. I'm not sure it would go in diagonally. Just looking at it over here, if you put it in lengthways, it'd be absolutely fine. 24 inches is the same size as that folded large mat that I put in there. So it would go in that way. Whether it would go in that way or not, I don't know. It would depend on the width of your ruler, I guess. I hope that helps there. Monkey
if you don't
Socks.
have a folded one, do you mean?
And Jill had a similar question as well. So yeah, I hope that helps.
Yeah, because you can't. I've got a ruler at home that's a 6x24. But I mean, the shape creator goes in there.
Well, the largest mat that I've put in there, Bernie, I think that is 24 inches when that's folded. So let me show that with you. Hang on.
Actually, it is. I've got mine here, and you've got 23 on the grid, and then the half-inch. So yes.
Yeah, so that's 24 inches wide, and that fits in there. So there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to get that ruler into that awesome bag.
Right. So I need to sew the bottom bit on this, Joe. And what I'll do is I'll do that after the show, because I know we've got other stuff coming up. Because this is like my only finished item on the show. So is this the one?
So it's going to have to be the card of the show, isn't it?
Have to go in. And all I'm doing, I've just got a little bit of ribbon here. I need to tie a little. I'm not very neat. I'm not very neat at tying. I need some ribbon. Who's good at doing ribbons and bows and things, Joe, on the team? I need some tips.
To tying them, bows?
Yeah, I'm not very good at tying.
Crazy man.
Craig.
Yeah.
Is Craig the ribbon man?
He is the ribbon man.
I want to nearly bursting into song there.
You can make them on your ultimate as well. You can buy a ribbon maker. There's loads of options for you.
A bow maker. I always remember that.
Not a ribbon maker, that would be something else, wouldn't it?
So all I'm doing is I've just put one side on there and one side on there. But I say you can use anything that you want to hang it with. You could actually just fix the tabs to the wall if you wanted to as well. Have I put that the right way? Oh yes, there we go, I finished. Right, I'm going to hold it up.
How awesome.
Look at that. Hey, I love it. I love it.
That is fabulous.
And then I say you're going to put your items in here. Oh, trying to do it one-handed. Look at that.
Awesome
I'm moving
project.
it all about. I'm sorry.
And if you are just joining us and this is the first time you've seen this, well, over the last few weeks, Bernie, you've been putting this together, haven't you? So you've done it step by step over the weeks. You'll be able to watch back all of those Softer Side of Life shows as well over on the website. So you'll be able to do it as a little weekly project there for you. Very busy on lots of things, including the batting and the bag as well. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out before we move into Save a Stitch. So whilst you do that, here is all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
very, very busy over on the website at the moment. Lots of you really enjoying this show this morning. Lynn says it's amazing, Bernie. Laura May says, I want to make this. It would look great in my new craft room. Well, you can make it. You can go back and check out the weekly project as it goes along. Now, though, we're going to move into Save a Stitch, where you find the best discounts when it comes to our needlecraft and softcraft products. So we're going to start off with this. We've got some really awesome dies for you here. Now, these are these little cut-in panel dies, which are excellent. You've got the retro in here, and you're also getting the mosaic for you as well. So you buy one of the panels, and you get another of each free. So you buy one panel, get one panel free, and that comes along with a cork fabric. You're going to get it in the dark chocolate and the forest as well, and you're only paying for one of those. So you pay for one of the panels and one of the cork fabrics. We give you the other cork fabric and the panel die for free. $19.98 or $29.55 for platinum members. Remember though, everyone getting an extra 5% off, because it is of course our Save a Special Club Inspire event, which has to end though at the end of today. It's the last opportunity to get your hands on these. Right, these panels then, Bernie, what we're going to be using these for?
These are perfect. I mean, they come in with the cork, which is absolutely great. I'll just show you a couple of samples first. So this one is the mosaic one. And I've got here where it's been put, now this one's been cut with faux leather, and then we've got faux leather underneath, but you could do it with the cork on there, shown through, so you've got the design. But then you know, we've just made a simple little purse there, but just give it that as it's a decorative, for decorative purposes, to add things on. And then here, just on the top of a clutch bag, but this is the glitter fabric that we've got coming up as well. So that's got glitter fabric underneath as well, and it's like it reminds me of like lattice work in the garden. You know, like a trellis sort of thing. And then these ones we've made, I think these are quite like animally, animally, if that's a word. That you're getting this sort of like effect
they
on
look a
there.
bit like a lantern as well if you turn them on the other way. You know, like a Chinese lantern.
Oh yes. Or like Evan's saying there, like a pumpkin. Little pumpkin sort of style. But I'll just quickly show you how quick and easy they are to cut. I've just got a piece of our cork. I love this cork. I've got the green one here. We've also got the chocolate, which is absolutely adorable. If I can get the die off the card. And then again, you can use your fabric plates with these. You're just going to pop it on. Now I've just got one layer here. When it's thicker, you can try 2 or 3 layers. But if in fact, I'll bang it straight in the centre and just show you how easily these go through.
Evelyn says, Evelyn loving that last project as well. She says, I don't sew, I can't hold a needle. I enjoy watching to see what Bernie creates, but I could use something like that last project. I reckon you could give it a go. You should teach yourself. I reckon you've got me sewing once, didn't you, Bernie?
I did, and I'm determined to get you sewing again.
Oh, I absolutely
as well. I definitely will. What I would say is, whenever you're doing anything that's thicker, if you look at the other side first and say, does it look like it's cut before I take it off, or do I need to run it again? Did I need to worry that I would have to run it again? Absolutely not.
Awesome.
Because it's actually there. And then can you see, if I show from this side, you can see better, there's lots of like little, they look like little bear claws going through. Because what that is, it's a continuous die.
Right.
So what you do is you line the die up again, and then cut again. So this is where you would use a longer piece, and you can do a continuous cut, or leave it as it is like that. But you can just see how easily it cuts. I mean, it's still left the bits in the die there, which I'll get out later on. So they're great for decoration, just to give something a little bit extra.
So what you're getting is the retro panel. You're also going to get the decorative mosaic in there, and then you're going to get the 2 cork fabrics as well. I love that you said lattice and automatically think garden. You said lattice, I automatically think pastry is what I thought. You know, the lattice, top of a lattice pie. We're going to move on. We've got some amazing Hawaiian applique dies for you on the show. Always popular when we bring these to you, and they're in traditional shapes as well. So you've got the hibiscus, which is this one here, and you're then going to receive the breadfruit as well, and you're going to get the fabric stabilizer in there for you as well. It's a 70% saving on these, which is amazing. You're saving £52 almost $63. Then you've got your Club Inspired discount. Then you've got an extra 5% Club Inspired discount as well, but only up until the end of today. These Hawaiian then, Bernie, is like a traditional sort of pattern, isn't it?
It is, yes. So it did originate from Hawaii. The breadfruit was, when I did a bit of research on this, the breadfruit, which is this one here, it's one of the early ones that started. And what it says is that the ladies used to hand sew quilts and blankets and, you know, sew things together, but it was all maybe plain fabric.
Right. And
then one day, the breadfruit is a tree or a bush that the shadow of the sun shone down and caused the design in the shadow, and that's how the breadfruit one came to be. That they sort of traced round the design, and then they made the equal. Now, the thing with these is, it reminds me of when you used to make snowflakes at school. You folded all your paper together and then cut them out to get the pattern. But for you to do something as intricate as this and to get it perfect every time, by hand, you would really struggle. So by having the dies, you can actually get to there a lot quicker, and it'll be perfect. Now, I've got a runner there. Here, I've got a sewing machine cover with just a quarter of the shape. So we've just got, so here's the die. You've just got the quarter of the shape on each one, so you don't have to use the whole lot. And then the other thing that you get in with these, Joe, which is I absolutely love, is this bottle here. Fabric stabilizer. Now, I just want to show this to anyone who hasn't used this. What it is going to do is stabilize your fabric, is what it says on the bottle. I've cut into this, but I just want to show you, this is a piece of this is the seafoam. This is our blender's fabric. See how floppy it is? It's cotton. It's going to be floppy.
Nice and soft.
I've treated a piece with the stabilizer.
Oh, wow.
That. You can hear it.
Yeah?
You can hear it on my mic. It's like paper.
And then how do you get rid of that?
Washes out.
Oh, perfect.
So if you iron it, so what you do is spray your fabric, really saturated. I have an old washing up, well, it's a clean washing up bowl, but I bought it specifically for this actually. I soak it in and you scrunch it all up and get it all saturated, wring it out, and then hang it on the line or over the radiator or something like that. Once it's dry, it'll be all really wrinkly. Don't worry. You iron it. As soon as you iron it, it goes soft again with the heat. But as soon as it dries back to that. Nice. So it's going to help you cut out. It helps to stop fraying when you're doing applique work as well. It's brilliant for using with these, to cut out with these, because it's absolutely fantastic. You're just going to fold so you're going to get your square of fabric, fold it in half again, and that's how you would then cut out that quarter of the shape in there. And you're not going to fray at all. Now if you're using just a fabric without any heat and bond or bond wear bond, so the lady who was watching who doesn't have that, and you need some, treat yourself to a bottle of this. This bottle has lasted me for ages, and I do use it a lot. This is perfect for you to get it, and then you can use your stick and spray to spray it on to get it on your fabric to stitch it down. Brilliant. And get it whilst you're getting that 70% saving, because you're going to get both the dyes in there, so you're getting the breadfruit and the hibiscus and the stabiliser. Now, if fruit tasted like bread, you wouldn't have a problem getting me eating my 5 or 7 a day. I can assure you of that. It's a shame. I can't imagine that fruit tastes actually like bread, though. But it's a nice thought. Glitter fabric. Now, you guys know how I feel about glitter. Oh, I just love the stuff. And what better way to have it than in a fabric? Now, there's 8 different colours here for you. You can go for gold, silver, black, white, navy, bronze, champagne, darling, or pink. And it's a buy one, get one half price, which is amazing. So make sure you stock up on this. Great, I'm thinking, for a little applique. Even if you're not a sewer, this would be something you could create. You cut shapes of this out, use some adhesive and stick it onto, bags or cushions or a whole host of different things. Also, size-wise, I know I get this question a lot, and I always look where it is on the packet and then can't find it. I will come back to you on the size. Bernie, what are we going to use this for? So 30 centimetres by 69 centimetres. I've spotted it there. This is great because you can sew through it. If I grab this one out, and I've got some fabulous samples. So this is the navy. I love this. It also has a bit of it's a bit of a purple on it as well, so I'm just going to, look at it. And what you're going to find is it's not going to shed. So I can rub that and there's nothing coming out on my hand.
Excellent. Absolutely
great. So you're getting a real good piece of this. Like I say, it goes through your sewing machine, absolutely no problem. You can glue it down as well. But look at the things you can make. We've got this little family of whales, what Anita and the team's made, and they've got little glitter tummies and little eyes and little fins as well. We've got a lovely little shawl. Is it a shawl of whales? Is that the... I think that's
a school?
The right thing. Of a school, yeah, might be
a school. I'm not sure.
Might be a school, I'm not sure. But then, going from the other extreme, I've got a hair bow.
Nice, that's
so
cute.
Glue a clip on the back. And actually, a couple of years ago, I made loads of these little hair bows, and I did a little craft fair, and they went straight away, especially the pink ones. They went really quickly. And then I love this. I love this eye mask. So I've got a little eye mask with glitter across the top and glitter eyelashes.
Lovely.
How cute is that?
It reminds me of something, I can't think what. It really is fantastic.
And then, you know, you can sew it up to make bags. So with this one, we've attached it with a zipper and just made a little pouch there. And then the other one I've got is this one, which is a pencil case. So you can make your practical items with it as well. It's absolutely adorable. It is washable, although I would probably say it's not going to be something that you're going to wash all the time. But when you're making things like this, you don't tend to wash them all the time anyway. But it, you know, it just shows you the different uses. But that I'm undecided whether the hair bow is my favourite or the eye mask. I should try both on.
I like the bow.
After the show, Joe, I'll try them both on. You can take a photo.
Okay, you can let us know. Remember, buy one, get one half price. Loads of different colour options there for you as well. So you've got the option between gold, silver, black, white, navy, bronze, champagne, and the pink there as well. $6.99, $9.95. Buy one, get one half price, which is excellent. Got a couple of pattern packs for you that I think you're going to adore. These ones here. So this is your lunch on the go. Really lovely little bottle bag here and an amazing little lunch bag there for you. And then you've got this one just here, which is your weekend bag. You get the pattern in these and you get the instructions as well, and you're getting a great price also, $14.98 or $19.42. Everything we need, Bernie, in here, I'm guessing, to create these awesome bags. And I'm always surprised how big they are. They're a really good substantial size, these, aren't they?
These are really good. This is the weekend bag. It is really good. Now, this one, it was probably when we first made it, first brought it, and I looked at the package and thought, you look at that and you think, oh, it's a bag, but even though it says the sizes on the bottom, you don't realise until you see the finished item how big it actually is. It is a really good size to get lots in there. I've actually got a cushion in mind, just padding it out there, just so you can see the size of it. But yeah, and then the other patterns you get in that little, the lunch on the go, so you've got the little bottle bag in there with a little drawstring on the top. And all of these patterns as well, you can adapt to make them into something different, because what you're getting in here is you're getting, in a way it's like the inspiration. So you're getting the guide in here with full instructions on how to do it, with pictures, which I always love. And then you're getting a really good quality pattern. And this is on a look. Now I'm not sure with the weight of this paper. It's heavier than copier paper. It definitely feels heavier than copier paper. I'm not sure what weight it is, but it is a really good quality pattern that you get in there with simple instructions as well, Joe. That's the one thing for me. Sometimes you can buy patterns and it has loads of writing in here and you're like, what's all that little writing thing? So it tells you what you need to know. That's all you need to know. But the other thing as well, what I would recommend with any paper patterns that you're buying is our paper pattern spray. Now this spray is like magic. So what it does, it's a glue, but only when it's heated. So it makes it. You spray the back of your paper pattern. You can use it for tissue as well, so it works on your tissue paper. So you spray the back and then you iron it onto your fabric. and then you can cut your pieces out. So you're eliminating pins or clips, so you're not going to distort the height, because sometimes a pattern can get distorted with pins as well. Once you've cut your piece out, all you do is just peel the paper away, like, you know, like a sticky note. Them yellow sticky notes you get, you just peel it away like that, and when you feel this, I mean, this hasn't got it on, but when you feel it, you can feel something's there, but it's not sticky, and you can fold it back up. That's absolutely fine. There was a lady who posted, a couple of months ago we had this on, there was a lady who posted on Facebook that said she'd had a pattern folded up for a year with this. She unfolded it after a year and it just unfolded. It didn't stick together.
Amazing.
But as soon as you put it back on fabric and put the iron on, it's going to stick it again, and up to 10 times. I've tried actually a few more. Sometimes you might put, after 10 times, maybe give it another little bit of a spray, but you can just keep reapplying it, and it won't leave a residue on your fabric as well. So this is, it's, I mean, I love all our sprays, but this is one of my favourites. Obviously, Stick and Spray for Fabric's my first favourite spray, but this is my second favourite spray.
Awesome. Make sure you grab that. Make sure you grab those pattern packs as well. We've got some little projects for you as well. Some little kits. Now, these are great if you want to use them for yourself. I think these make excellent gifts as well, because a lot of these, the crochet one, for instance, you've got absolutely everything that you need included in there, including the hook, the stuffing, all the instructions, the yarn. It's all in there for you. So in this particular one, you're going to get, it's a really lovely little trio, because you get the crochet, you're going to get the embroidery. I was going to call it embroidery, and I thought, no, it's not called embroidery. Joe, that's not what it's called. That is what it's called. And you've also got the quilted coasters here as well. £8 or £11.20. What an awesome deal there for Platinum members. The other great thing is, I mean, you're saving £26 or $35 almost. That's before your discount as well. That's how I feel in the morning when I get up, Bernie, like this, Al.
It does look a little startled.
That's what I look like in the morning.
I love it. You've got a little rattle in it as well. These are absolutely fantastic. And for a beginner kit as well, if you just want to start, it's a small project. I know you like your crochet, Joe, as well. And something like this, a small project's really good. You're getting everything in here to make little Ollie the Owl absolutely fantastic. And then the embroidery kit, which, yes, it is. It's definitely an embroidery kit. Again, you're getting everything in here as well. So you're getting the hoop, you're getting the pre-printed fabric. So you then embroider over that using all of the embroidery thread that's included that you need, and you do have some extra as well, so you won't use all of it. And you even get the needle. So
amazing.
It's all in one kit. I know a few people that have bought these that have given us gifts as well. The other thing what you're getting in there is a stitch guide. So that stitch guide is going to help you learn new stitches, but if you just wanted to do a running stitch or a back stitch along all of that, you can. There's no saying you don't have to follow it. It's just a really good guide to have. And then the other kit is our little cute little coasters. You get enough in the kit to make a set of 4. These are really cute, and they're a really good beginner way to learn how to do quilt as you go, just to make something, something easy, not something too taxing. I always say if you're going to start doing a project, start with something small, especially for a new technique. So you're getting everything in the box there, included the pre-printed fabric that you're going to cut out. It's all numbered, so you know which is. You're getting pre-printed wadding as well. You're getting extra wadding here, what you're cutting off. Cut that up and use that for stuffing. So if you're making a little pin cushion or something like that, you're getting the instructions in here as well. Again, I can remember coming in when we filmed these instructions. I was sewing a bit and Steph was taking photos because we only had one kit that we could use, because it depends sometimes with products. We don't get sent loads, do we, Joe? We have to do all our samples and everything with what we've got, because obviously we want to keep the stock for you guys to buy. So I can remember coming in doing that. It was a fun day. But yeah, so that's how it's a nice little start kit, and you could get that and split it up, couldn't you, Joe, and give it away as gifts?
Really nice.
Love that you've got different techniques.
Love that that's already marked out for you, that fabric as well. If you want to get those, I mean, a giveaway price there. As you can see, they're saving £26 almost $35. £8 or $11.20 for Platinum members. You'll be able to get, you get it for what, $7.60 with your extra discount, which is brilliant. Now, I want to remind you again about the carryall. It's awesome, really lovely big size, 23.5 inches by 17.5 inches, excluding, of course, the handles. Lots of room in here for you to carry things like your fabrics, your finished projects, rulers, cutting mats, rotary cutters, they're all going to go in here. I've got my batting in there as well. Even going to be able to take our absolutely mahoosive cutting mat in there as well, so even that will slip nicely into there. Really, really big. Got to be able to use it for lots of different things. It's been very busy. It's been the star of the show, in fact, this. We knew you'd love it. It was brand new today, I should say. Platinum members with the extra discount as well. You're going to be able to get this for $14.99 or $17.21. All of you getting some sort of Club Inspired discount. Now, don't forget, loads more still to come today. Oh, a lot of you have been waiting for this craft along that's coming up at 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast time. It is Watercolour Christmas craft along with myself and Debbie Robinson, which is going to be really, really exciting. Then a little later today, 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, will be all about Second Chance Sunday, and your chance to get a look at some of the biggest and best deals and launches from the last couple of the weeks. We'll also pick out the project of the week as well, which is going to be fantastic. Bernie, can I say it's been an absolute pleasure to spend some time with you in the craft room. I won't see you next week. I'm on holiday next week, but I'll see you the week after.
You'll see me the week. Yes, I'm busy packing my bag up, Joe, because I can get loads in it. So I'm just seeing how much more, because you know when you pack, when you come home, you can never get everything in, can you?
No.
But with this one, you can, because you've just got so much room. So if you haven't grabbed it yet, grab it while you still got that offer on.
Yeah, absolutely do. Make sure you take advantage. Massive thanks to Bernie. Remember, the Saver Special is running up until only the end of today. All Club Inspire members getting an extra 5% discount, which is amazing. Right, don't forget to check out your baskets. Make sure you have a look as well. Hit that Shop the Show button afterwards and see all the other great things which were in the show. Of course, Bernie's wall hanging will be going straight into the will be the project of this show, as it was absolutely blooming gorgeous. And we'll see how it fares in Demo of the Week a little bit later today. Big thanks to Bernie. Big thanks, of course, to you guys as well. Do what you need to do, but make sure you gather your bits and bobs and come back here for that craft along in about 90 minutes time. Take care.